I am Sandy Spady, and welcome to the Power Up Talk Show, a talk show where we bring together community leaders and inspirational people that are making a difference in the world. Today's guests are sisters. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to have sisters. Okay, we have Molly Kroeker.
Yep.
Right? And Amy Moser, right?
Yep.
Sisters.
Yes.
They've done so much. All right, they're author, both. Is that one book, two books? How'd that work?
We are co-authors of a book, and I have another one that was ready to go.
What I
thought. And then, of course, I pulled it. I'm like, that darn perfectionism set in, and I'm like, ugh.
Okay, so, I knew something was hot out the press.
Yes.
I can't wait to hear about that. Podcasters, meet me in the pit house.
Yes.
Meet me in the pit house. Yes, I love it. Amy is a luxury. I love that. Luxury realtor. I just love that. And Molly's a coach, a triathlete. How do I say that word? I don't know.
Triathlete.
Yeah, she does everything athletic. I just felt like I got in shape watching your videos. I'm like, I'm feeling healthy. I mean, okay, I got to do the work, I know. But you've done so much in your coaches. You have done just amazing things. Tell the audience, where do we begin? Like, who wants to go up first? Who wants to talk first?
Well, you know, I usually Molly does because she's the oldest. I know.
Okay.
Did you see her look at me? I usually defer to her.
But yeah, I this is so fun with sisters.
I grew up taking care of you, like meet you halfway on the playground, make sure no one's teasing her. So I'm always like, let me protect you. So yes, you go first.
I love it. Okay.
So I have been a serial entrepreneur. I have not, I've been a 1099 employee since I was 22 years old. Wow. And so all I know, I say it's living on 100% faith.
Yes.
And so I have just always, in my former life, we owned a 90,000 square foot gym, about 1,000 rental units, storage units in Lincoln. I was in real estate. And there was a time about 11 years ago that I knew that I needed to, two good people were not good together. And so my husband and I parted ways. And I started over completely from scratch. I felt very called. God said, give it all to him, and I will replenish. And that was when I started a team of women realtors. And so I've always been entrepreneurial. And Molly had a little different journey. and I will let her share that with you. But she took the traditional route, like our parents, you know, I was always the rebel. But you go to college, get an education, and then, you know, stay in your job for 50 years. Mm-hmm. That was the path she was on.
She came out of the
how
womb.
we grew up.
Yeah.
Too,
and
right?
she came out of the womb in heels, and she still has them. So
I love it.
It's like how we roll. But yes, I chose a career in sports medicine, physical therapy, and I loved it. I honestly did until I didn't. So then we had 2 kids. We moved back here to Lincoln. We were in Iowa for a while, and even though you're really good at what you do, you have a wait list. I was known as the running PT, so it's always been in my blood. I ran my first marathon when I turned 29, and I thought this will be a one and done. Well, at nearly 55, I'm, just recently raced Ironman. So it is, it's just my mom. I was blessed to grow up with a mom in the 70s that ran marathons. That was not normal back then. And so she was a rule breaker as well. But I think the thing that I loved is I came to a point where I thought, okay, there's got to be something here. I saw Amy's lifestyle. I wanted that. I wanted the flexibility and the freedom. But I also was like, well, what am I going to do? I thought, well, maybe that's medicine. I'll go back to medical school. I told my husband that. We had a 6 and 3-year-old. He traveled a ton. And I'm like, I'm going to go back to medical school. And my husband, God love him, he's like, you know what? If anybody can do it, you can. So I ended up in the social selling business, built a business to the top 0.05%. That's why we felt so strongly about bringing coaching into this, because we in independent worlds have built businesses to the top.
Built communities. We grew up with parents who built communities.
Yeah.
As we mentioned, our dad's been sober 50 years. He has been in charge of a huge AA community in our hometown. Our mom has built communities of runners. She was the crazy runner, like Molly.
GI joggers. It was called GI joggers for Grand Island, so GI joggers. But I mean, she was ahead of her time.
Yeah.
And she stopped smoking. And the day she stopped smoking, she started running. She made it to the end of the driveway, then the end of the street. And before long, she ran a mile. So it's just like, we just grew up with, seeing community and being raised in community, but also our parents always were like, you can do it. Like you can do anything you put your mind to.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is.
So tell me about that business, right, that you said you started. What was it? What was it that you started? Your first initial business that you just grew like a fire. What?
So we started Sisters Next Door as our coaching. I was trying to think of.
Oh gosh, I totally went blank. It'll come to me.
I'm trying to think of
Arbonne.
Arbonne.
I'm always
You're like,
like
Arbonne.
You're like,
It's
what's
not
that? I'm like,
Yes.
that's where you just skyrocketed.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
how many years were you in that?
I've been with them 20 years and they've been around 45. So
45
I did not get in early, contrary to what people think. Amy started and
you
we
started
both
first?
jumped in. Yeah, we both kind of jumped in and away we went. And so Amy earned her Mercedes in 5 months, me in 6 months.
Get
and,
out of here.
And it was, and it
have them
wasn't
in the
with
parking lot.
Yeah,
I would definitely.
yeah.
have
We
them
both still have
wrapped
matching
in
cars.
plastic and just this,
Yes.
this is it.
Yes,
Success.
yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
They gave away
And it's just-
Mercedes.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I did Mary Kay a couple times. They had pink Cadillacs and Mercedes. I don't know. That's incredible.
Yeah. Yes.
And then you went into your coaching.
Yes, we
Tell us
just
about that.
You know, I think the biggest thing is we both saw in our own fields of what we were doing, like we just want to empower more women, especially successful women. So this isn't about the destitute and the desperate. There is a place for that, but we just wanted to help women, high-performing women that are tired of the hustle and grind, the adrenal fatigue, the 16 cups of coffee a day. We've all built businesses that way, and it doesn't have to be that way. Yeah. And so that's really what we're out to teach women is create 1 million new millionaires. Nice. And just let them be powerful, but not have to do it while killing their health. We're in our mid-50s.
Yeah, I hear you.
To be hormonally optimized, I mean, you know, to get that clean bill of health last week, like you are completely hormonally optimized when, you know, most of us are.
I don't even know. That's something I got to take notes here. What is that?
Oh, there's so much more
my
to us, Sandy.
gosh.
When you said, are you going to open a business? We're like, well, who knows, not today, but tomorrow we absolutely
Is that the
could.
peptide thing that's all
Yes.
over?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Gosh, I'm hearing that too.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a game changer.
It'll change your life.
What?
Get your hormones balanced, get yourself in good alignment, and then there's all kinds of crazy peptides. It's way more than GLPs. It's completely
And what's
more.
a GOP?
What people say like Ozempic, like semaglutide.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
But
wow.
peptides are amino acids that are in your body. We already make them. There's 3,000 in your body already. They're just short chain amino acids. So you can have everything from BPC 157, which is body protein compound that helps with inflammation. Wow. A lot of women do really well on that. I say, if you want this little bit of bra fat to go away, inflammation. I mean,
I have it right here.
Yes.
Okay, here it is. That's what it
yes.
is. It's
Yes.
my autoimmune disease.
And yes, and autoimmune, like there's so much there. We're absolute wellness junkies. I mean, you know, it's the whole thing, right? When you're operating at a high level, when we coach with such high level women, they need to be optimized as well as their health. So it's the whole package.
Wow. Yeah. So that's something you're getting into, or you're thinking about getting?
We've already cannonballed in.
Okay,
Sandy.
I thought we're having a news release right here.
Yes,
All right, talk show. Yes, okay. Always happens here.
Yes,
It just happens.
yes.
Tell me about it. What is it?
Absolutely. I mean, you're most equipped to help the person you once were. Again, just like the adrenal fatigue, the exhaustion, the sleeping 5 hours a night, that's really how we built successful
Like
businesses.
busy was the badge of honor, and then you're like, oh my goodness, like you hit the wall, you hit burnout, right? And so I started a little bit early, and I'm going to give myself some credit on some things.
Oh, really? I thought I told you first.
No, I said no, but I started. I went to the doctor and talked to a nurse practitioner, and she was like, you are so inflamed. Let's balance your hormones. Let's get on some of this stuff. And I didn't tell anybody because this was a couple years ago, and people were judgmental, particularly. Just saying, because she's
And
very
that was
medical.
what kind of doctor? Are you a regular doctor, or you're
A nurse practitioner, yes, yep, at a clinic, she's known for hormone balancing,
naturopathic, not your OBGYN. Think outside the box, not your internal medicine doc.
Okay.
They just aren't trained.
They don't know.
Honestly, it like what I have found is a woman who has gone through it, right? Men don't go through, so they don't know what it is to go through menopause or And so I started secretly on these shots that changed my, like, the inflammation was gone.
Wow.
I was sleeping better. And Molly's like, "What are you doing?"
Well, and I ran into a friend, and we're the same age. We work out hard, we eat clean, like all the things. And I think for me, had I not gone in to get my hormones, because I said, oh, I'll just go in and get my hormones tested to see if I'm through menopause. Well, I was, and I was like, well, that was easy. But I was completely metabolically unwell.
Oh, what's that mean?
And that, I know, that's a fancy word, because by the looks of it, it'd be like,
I mean, you're like a walking,
she
talking
did Iron Man.
out.
Like,
Yeah.
But my blood glucose was off the charts. Wow. And so I was, insulin
that through
resistant.
blood work?
And if you just had normal blood work, your doctor's probably not going to do it. They're going to test for your cholesterol.
Yeah.
But this is like getting your thyroid, like your T3, your T4, having your A1C tested, looking to see about, 60% of those women have the non-methylated, they can't methylate a certain vitamin, B vitamin. So it's,
everyone's a beat
MTHFR is the gene mutation. My daughter has it. There's like there's all different kinds of levels. So I think just knowing you might look physically well, you might be performing, and I keep telling women,
because that's you.
I mean, I said, what would have happened if I would have just continued on this path of powerful mindset, right? We teach that, but also looking at the inside and really having the blood doesn't lie to you. And so knowing like, oh my gosh, I would have been, she said, you would have out-aged yourself in a few years. You would have just crashed and been, exhausted and probably looked 80, even though you were 55. So it's like, the brain is pretty powerful. The mind is powerful, I should say, but you've got to do the right things inside. So we're super passionate about just helping women perform well. Like, we love that coaching and really getting into subconscious work and understanding that's where it really is. Yeah. But then you have to also be hormonally optimized.
And is that like Mary Kay? Like, is it a company that you buy into? Is it similar to something like that? Or are you just... Anyone can sign up themselves and be a dealer.
We're creating our own, literally,
and then showing them where to get these different supplements, peptides. Yes, we're just creating our own.
I feel like it's just creeping out there. Like, I'm seeing it on TikTok, YouTube. Yes. I'm like, what is this peptide talk? So that's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's not a company that you buy into. You can just invest and research yourself, and then just help others what to choose, what to pick, what to do.
Right.
And then you work with the...
we have compounding pharmacies. We have dietitians. A lot of physicians they're open. Like, I've definitely met with spine surgeons and internal medicine docs just because they really don't know anything. But the thing we're creating them within our coaching business is a community for membership. So where you're going to get, like, depending on the level that you want to live at, if you just want a basic plan, or if you want, something like, okay, I want to be like 10 out of 10, or maybe you're like, I want to be exceptional. So different levels of membership give you different access to different things.
So mindset, the physical piece with the, helping them get to the right person for their blood work, helping them with what to supplement with and where to purchase. And then also, because we know the older we get, we have got to build strength. We've got
doing Body 20 right now. It's amazing.
Oh, good.
If you haven't tried it,
good for you.
It's so cool. I feel like a Wonder Woman.
Okay.
But yeah, my bone density. I'm not getting on medicine, not doing it.
Yes.
No.
Amen.
No, exactly.
So then we have somebody who will help with a plan if you want to do, either get on a program like that or just strength training and
progressive resistive exercise.
Do that? Do you train?
I mean, I have my CSCS. I have my strength. Yeah, I could.
Not that you can't, sister.
I mean,
I can't.
It's definitely, it's like the whole package, right? With knowing your macros and knowing your, like, a strength program where you just don't show up and do the same weights over and over and over. And it is lifting heavy weight. And I know you hear it from every menopause doctor out there, but it is.
Yeah.
It's picking up heavy weights. And again,
What's heavy?
Where you're struggling.
I mean, exactly. Peer pants a little bit. No.
Are we talking 20? Are we talking big dogs?
I always say if you're struggling a little bit on the last repetition, right? And you want to cycle through that every 6 weeks, right? You don't want to show up and be doing the same weight program that you did 3 months ago.
Yes.
And as far as the peptides go, then you look at putting on muscle. Like we don't have growth hormone stimulated at our age. So we were just down in Arizona with my husband's bosses, and they both are in their 80s on, I'm going to say some words that seem super scary, ipamorelin, CJC 1295. They both tell your pituitary, wake up, and the other one says start producing growth hormone. Those are peptides that we can take.
Wow.
On a cycle. You cycle in and out. So I think people think semaglutide, tirzepatide, it's so much more than that. It is anything from inflammation to muscle to gut health to.
So it's not those particular medicines that people are injecting. It's
an amino acid. It's everything. There's so many. In fact, there's new ones coming out that are going to replace cartilage on your knee, so you won't have to do PRP anymore. And PRP is expensive. I even heard one physician say we can grow hair on a cue ball, so you won't have to go to Turkey anymore for hair implants. So,
wow.
I mean, it's
technology.
And your body knows what it is. It's an amino acid. It's not going to. You have too much. You're not going to.
And who monitors it? Like you have to go 3 months every
Well,
month?
that's
like how do you takes the shots? I mean, you got to.
It's, to have somebody monitoring that's the best thing. But to be quite honest, they're out there for anyone and everyone. So it's kind of a crazy market, and you could be getting stuff from China and you don't know. So that's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary. So
That's why
you know the
recommending
brands
that are pure and yes.
So you've done the research.
Yes.
How long have you been on it?
Yes. Now I'm going on 3 years.
Wow. When
Yeah.
did you come out of the closet?
Exactly.
She did it.
When did you get
She
busted?
did not-
She's like, what are you doing? I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing. Like, when did you find out? Like, when did everything
Was
come
it a
out?
couple years ago, year and a half ago?
So you
Probably a year and a half ago.
Probably a year and a half ago. And I'm like, and if you walk into the waiting room of where I go, Molly, you will know every single person in there. I guarantee it.
And that's here in Omaha?
And that's in Lincoln.
Lincoln. Oh, yeah,
That's
you're
in
in
Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Yes.
Wow.
But I
Yes.
think you started in Omaha.
I started in Omaha.
Yeah.
I started in Omaha. Yes.
How many
then-
businesses do that? A lot. I mean, I have no clue.
Honestly, not very many.
Okay.
Not
Yeah.
very many.
Interesting.
And I think the key where is just again, but I just have found a female
Yeah. Understand.
practitioner who runs the correct blood tests, as Molly said, is just the key to it. Yeah.
So with this membership, how do you tell me about it?
Well, we're rolling right into it.
Yeah, I just like, well, I want to hear more.
Well,
What is it?
honestly,
What do you
one
get?
of our friends does executive coaching, high performing women, and she also. So many people are like, "How can you stay at this level and stay well?" And she's like, "Well, through peptides." And so she really opened the door for us to really go through. And by nature, one of our strongest Gallup strengths is connector. Like we are just super connectors, and that. We always said, if you could get paid to connect people to things,
Sign me up.
let's
Yeah.
sign me up.
See,
You're the same
exactly.
way.
You are
Like,
the same way.
You
Yeah.
are the same way. It's like, let me take this person
Yeah.
and this person,
Boom.
and you guys can be friends. We do that all the time. Well, let me introduce you through a group
Yeah.
text. We're just taking our super great strengths and just putting them into action. And so,
Nice.
if you're a high performer, you've got to be metabolically sound. You've got to be well. It's so much more than just showing up, because you could show up and be crappy and overweight and just
And as we know,
unwell.
that's when disease
Yeah.
sets in, right?
Stress.
Bad
my marriage.
Exactly, right? That's
Things, but yeah.
the thing. And so I
And
think
once you break free, right, you get healthy, you get rid of that
Yes.
horrible person.
Yes.
And then now you're like, you have time. Like I realized
Yes.
I had time to look at my health when I turned
Yes,
50 and
I
I
can-
started my life over. And getting the physicals, asking the right questions. What am I doing? Because you finally
Yes.
have time for you, right?
yes, Here's the thing that's
I've always had time for me, apparently.
she's always found time. She's
You know
always
what?
found-
You got
God
that
just
good
said,
marriage,
God
I'm like
said,
me.
you know what? I'm going to make your life easy and give you the best man ever.
That
And
is
so
true
32
story.
years later.
One advice for any
story.
woman: really watch out who
Have
you
a
Yeah,
good picker.
amen.
Have a good
Amen.
picker.
Gosh, for the lucky ones, we admire you.
I just put it in God's hands.
I
I'm like, all right,
love
thank you,
it.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm doing
Yes.
that for the next one.
Yes.
Absolutely, I've learned my lesson. But yeah, you have that time, right? At our
Yes.
age, you know what you want,
Yes.
who the people you want to hang out with, what you want to
Yes.
do, what you want to accomplish, right?
Absolutely.
And the best version of yourself.
Exactly.
Yes. But I think even talking to your daughter out in the
Oh
the
my
green
gosh,
room,
she's just a showstopper.
you know, I have a 26-year-old daughter, and she has she did all of her hormones just the other day, and she's very stressed out. She's in a high-powered sales job.
Yeah.
And she has Hashimoto's, which is brought on by stress. It's an autoimmune brought on by stress. And so, you know, we look at finally putting ourselves first at like 50 in our 50s.
Yeah.
And these young women need to be, your daughter, my daughter, need to be
My
looking.
daughter,
your
she had
daughter-
the whole DNA.
23.
Yeah, at 23, the
Like,
whole DNA,
if we-
160 pages
Wow,
We
we
get
do
these
that at?
children-
of blood work. We did.
Same gal that
I know that there's people in Omaha. Since we're more Lincoln
yeah.
focused, you know, and now we're
Interesting.
Ashland, it's like I'm starting to hear some names.
Yeah.
But gosh, one of my friends waited 10 months to see this phenomenal nurse practitioner
Here in town.
hormone specialist here in town. So, I mean, and I'm telling young girls, I mentor a lot of young girls and especially like medicine focused. And I've told almost every single freshman in college entering it, they're in their freshman year. I said, I know you want to go to dermatology, but honestly, think hormone. And they're all
It's all
like,
over.
Okay.
It's just really
Yes.
pummeling everywhere now.
yes.
Yeah.
And it's almost like the veil's been lifted and we're like, oh my gosh. Like,
What was the
this
one
is-
thing you really noticed? They're like, okay, I've taken it for this long, and this is what I feel. It's working. It's working. When did you get like, it's working?
You know, I feel like, I mean, getting rid of the inflammation, then the byproduct is the inflammation's weight, right? So 25 pounds later, and I'm building muscle, and I can finally sleep, and I feel like I have aged a little backwards. Now, I need to get a little, I mean, you lose weight, and then then you get this neck.
I know. Bland. You do get a facelift on this side. And I'm just saying, for the audience,
I'm gonna look for that. But you know, your skin gets a little loose, so then we need to tighten our skin up
Yeah.
and do some. You know, that's where the
there's-
lifting comes in. But
Well, yeah.
but I definitely could tell. And my brain fog, I could think clearly. I kept thinking, I think I have ADHD. I think I.
Yeah,
But it was brain fog.
Wow.
It was brain fog, and so all of that has cleared up. And then when you feel like $1 million, you walk a little taller, right? And there's just confidence
Yeah,
is
absolutely, yeah.
instead of hiding behind baggy clothes or yes.
How about you? Did you get on the
You know,
bandwagon?
I would say inflammation for sure. And
that's when I would do it.
And I thought there's, you know, and I always say God gave me great joint space. I don't hurt, so I can still run marathons and all. I mean, I feel awesome.
Wow.
But my husband brought a picture up the other day when we were in Napa, and I was like, well, I could say that was a bad angle, but
That was just a year
it
ago,
wasn't.
too.
No, 2 years ago. Yeah. We've been to Napa a lot, fortunately.
Napa's great.
But
And wine's good for you.
But it is. I love it. I always say that's what makes me fun. But I never realized like how, like my tricep, and I lift a lot, you know, and so I'm like, oh my goodness. So it definitely, the inflammation is what surprised me. And when you get metabolically stable and optimized, the weight comes off. Wow. And so that is a huge thing. Oftentimes we look at certain peptides as, oh, that's to lose weight, but that's a byproduct because you are metabolically well now. Wow. So, you know, you don't have insulin resistance anymore. Your thyroid is functioning. You know, we see that a lot. We see a lot of high cholesterol. Yeah. I've always had high cholesterol, but then menopause really skyrocketed up. Now it's back down. Now it's back down to like normal.
And how long have you been taking the peptides?
15 months. Wow. So.
And by the way, my husband, my 55-year-old husband, he looks like $1 million, and he's been doing it too. And actually started it before we even knew what he was doing. He was from his friend. Yes, he likes to lift weights. So his friend, his good friend at the gym was like, go.
And I think we think steroids from the 80s, and that's not what these
Oh, it's
are.
not. I know it's
was
not
like,
that.
I mean,
It's
yes,
peptides. Like
yeah.
it's a healthy thing.
Yes.
We just don't know what it is.
Yes.
And what does it cost to be peptide happy?
Well, and I think the thing I always tell people is the best way to have a peptide is injection.
Yeah.
It's better than a pill. It's better. I mean, that's the
And that's
best
not
way.
progestin or just, it's not that. It's
And
a
no,
peptide.
and so hormones would be your testosterone and progesterone and estrogen. But but I would say, it surprises you. I know just being in the sports medicine world, there's a compound called BPC 157 TB500. TB500 is incredible for tendon and ligament repair, but a bottle of that runs you like $100. That would last you a month. That's it.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Yeah. There's obviously a protocol you want to follow, but that's it. Now, depending where you go, they might mark it up and sell it to you for $800. But I know what
Yes, but that's where we would guide you to this pure, safe laboratory that you can get it for $100. And so, to answer your question, because I did have a conversation with a friend of mine today, and I said I probably spend about, my daughter is going to spend about $250 a month on what the doctor, to just optimize where she's at and get rid of this Hashimoto's. And she's like,
So they think she can reverse that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you just had my attention now.
Yeah.
I know,
have
with your autoimmune.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You need, yes. And Molly is just so knowledgeable.
That's like my jam though.
It is her jam.
Pathophysiology.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
So, but then I think, you're either going to pay let's say $250 or $300. My bill's a little bit more because I have found the cocktails that I love. I'm probably, I don't know, I'd say $350 a month.
How
Without,
many shots is that per month?
so I do.
And it's all about stacking the right ones and
That's
cycling.
another word
That's
out
yes.
there.
Yeah.
So that's the
So,
thing. So
again,
5 on,
that's-
2 off.
yeah.
And Molly's the expert on that. That's what we're going to do in this. Like 5 days on, 2 days off. Let's help you get the, to reset your
Microdosing. And there's some really good ones for women. So I would say on average, I would say most women, $250, $300 a month. But it's like, how many lattes is that?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's
Or how
not,
many
A
meals?
pair of jeans, like I just
Yes.
told Carrie at the
Oh,
summit,
yes.
have a pair of jeans, $185.
Exactly.
Like, because we want the good pair.
Exactly.
So it's like investing in yourself.
It
once
is.
again.
It is.
Yeah.
100%.
I
it
think
is.
women are out there seeing it like me and going,
What is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to do lunch and learns or are you going to wheel people in?
We're doing pep talks.
Who needs pom-poms? Do you even bring the pom-poms?
Yes. I still remember my drill team, but yes, pep talks.
I love
and,
pep talks.
And we'll have pep club.
Oh,
So yes,
you girls are too much
yes,
fun.
Yes. So yeah, we're gonna include that into our coaching program, and it's just gonna be. I mean, we're
How
so
much is the
excited.
coaching program? Do you have that capped out? Or
Yeah.
I mean, what's
There's a
the
wait list.
levels?
So go to sistersnextdoor.com,
Okay.
join our wait list
Nice.
because we start again in January. Obviously, we just finished up a round. So we go 3 months on Zoom, 3 months in person.
Nice.
If you're blessed enough to live here, we do a mastermind for 3 months. So that's $6,000. So it's $1,000 a month.
Nice. Okay, well, guess what? We're out of time. I've been in trouble. All my shows. I don't know. I have such amazing women. Thank you.
Well,
Yes.
because
And
you
how do
attract
you
amazing
attract
women.
them? Yeah, well,
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
all of you.
I know.
We're going to find you.
Yeah, at sistersnextdoor.com on Instagram, on Facebook,
On our website.
on our website,
And then individually, Molly Lund Kroeker and
Amy Moser.
And
Just
it's
Moser.
going to be on my YouTube channel. We'll have replays. But thank you so much.
Oh my gosh,
and I
thank
can't
you.
wait to be on your podcast.
Yes,
know.
yes, please, yes. Okay,
Put it
let's
out
get
there.
a time set.
But thank you, everyone. Just go out, invest in yourself, invest in your beauty, invest in your health.